We have a pretty swift start, all things considered. INTZ versus Divine. It's going to be the first map, and the Brazilians are already off to a dominating start. Two players have already been eliminated here for Divine, and they're going to need some sort of Divine intervention if they want some hope in this one, because they're already 2 men down to make that a third and a fourth with a Cello King. It's down to Stellar. He's in the right spot, I think. Oh, no, he's being averted. Oh, they're wrapping him from all directions, Boggs.
They're wrapping him. Oh, they finally cleared. It's going to be Shandy to spray away with the Glock. Eventually, SHZ will be the one to take down Stellar, who had his back against a 50-story drop. INTZ, a flawless pistol round. Doesn't get much better than that. Full aggression on display from the Brazilian squad. But we are going to see a force for the first time of the CT side. Divine, 4 Deagles, armor, and an SMG. No kits, but they're ready to deal some damage up against 3 MAC-10s and a double AK setup up a ramp for INTZ. Thief, up close and personal. Somehow bypassing the players of INTZ, getting tagged down eventually. First pick goes the way of the T side.
Make that a second, and a little bit of ping pong action. They're being shoved, and they're working the other shove as well. Now it's Robbie, Stellar. Make that minus Riku. It's Robbie and Stellar. This was a force buy from Divine Boggs. They got nothing back for their investments here.
Nothing indeed. And I do have to think that, to go back to the veto here, allowing INTZ to pick Vertigo amounts, they are extremely well... Okay, Stellar. That's a sentence stopper. He picks up 2. Adds a MAC-10 to his kit, but I don't think that we'll be able to do much more in this round. Robbie will have to do the brunt of the work. Instead, Robbie's actually going to run for the hills, as will Stellar. Keep their armor up. Wise decision from these two. But to go back to the point, allowing INTZ to get Vertigo is a bit of a blunder, because Vertigo is probably one of INTZ's best maps, if not their best map. A map that Divine don't necessarily enjoy nor play. And it's a map that INTZ have so much tactical depth on. If you want to learn how to play Vertigo, watch INTZ demos. Watch Sharks demos. These two teams, some of the pioneers of Vertigo in general. So to give INTZ a map that is right in their wheelhouse, also plays into their aggressive, in-your-face playstyle, is a bit of a veto blunder coming out from Divine. And now here comes Shandy. Good flash from Cello to get him to first. And he'll add a second. In the meantime, Yell will pick up 2 on B site, and it's another wipe of the map for INTZ. It's just Stellar last alive yet again. Not too long for this world. INTZ have lost 2 players in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of money made up. And not only that, but they're going on their bonus round, so they're really not too afraid of any sort of failure in this one. So they're going to come with full confidence. But already, off the bat, Divine picks out the double op setup. Now, this leaves him without much head armor. Dangle, what the? Okay. It's pretty aggressive from Dangle Boggs. Is this a sign of the confidence that they're trying to bring into this matchup? Because I feel like they're going to need it.
I mean, I think you would know best that you need confidence to play against such a great roster like INTZ. And it's good to see Divine bringing that, especially after getting pub stumped in the first 3 rounds. The aggression, definitely something you need on Vertigo. It's something that Divine are not afraid to bring to the table. The double op setup coming out early. No early picks yet, but INTZ already up the A ramp. They're ready to go.
Now, right now, INTZ, they're doing a great job just clearing out angles, pushing Divine back into a bit more predictable places. But so far, they're pushing the wave control is working well. They're all grouped up, all 5 players here, Boggs.
Damage Delta Thief, and a final finishing blow from Shand as he pushes in, takes down Riku and Thief, the two young guns for Divine. The bomb goes down. Robbie actually able to pick up one of the off. Stellar sprays, takes down two, and now it's a 3v2. The bomb is down. There's no kits for the CT side, but this is definitely doable. The only fact that hinders them is the fact that there's two ops in the retake. The barrel of Dangles has been shown, and now it's Robbie and Dangle double op retake against Bolts and Cello. Very tough decision for them, and I think Robbie now has to bail, keep the op up, because as it stands, there's nothing more he can really do besides take a bullet to the face. Cello hunting for him, Bolt holding the cross, and Robbie has no outlet of escape. Robbie holding the angle, hoping Cello crosses in. The scope has been heard, the drop has been heard. Cello just peeking around, trying to bait Robbie in, will eventually fall. Robbie runs away, he's able to escape with his life, just barely. Bolts as well. Costly loss for Divine. They are able to keep the op, which is a small Pyrrhic victory. But other than that, INTZ not being hampered much at all. The A site open once again. And a clean take for INTZ, only losing people in the retake.
Jesus. That was their bonus round. I want to remind everyone that they've done a great job. Robbie going for their opening pick. Not quite able to land a fatal blow, but lethal nonetheless. Bringing Bolts down to 20 HP is certainly going to weaken his confidence, especially in the early round. And once again, the INTZ continue their pressuring of the A site. Thief with an opportunity for a frag, but unfortunately, this shot gets punished quickly.
Dangle hiding in the smoke behind the A boxes. Just trying to stay alive, getting tapped away. Will now aggress towards...
You cut out, by the way. Yeah, and Boggs' microphone is, I think he went way too loud for his own. It's no longer working, but right now, it is going to be Cello eliminating Riku. The 3 versus 5. Look at Shandy. He's all the way out on the wall. Where's the A site? Excuse me, the B site, rather. It's just a weird chokehold right now. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to play if you're Team Divine. And just from all directions, INTZ players are flowing in. No, Divine, they have the double op set up once again. Actually, excuse me, a triple op setup. You know what they say, right? Double op setup doesn't work. You try 3. That's usually the answer. You'll find it somewhere there. Cello's waiting for the pop fly. This is quite a nice default actually from INTZ. Just applying a lot of pressure early towards A. Applying pressure early towards B. Now they're just making their way out. Stellar peeking on for Chaos, finding a frag onto Shandy. He's just gonna fall off, reinforce the defenses, along with Thief, who's playing close by. And the flashes are perfect right now for Divine, able to peek off that, and Thief puts Bolts to rest. That's a great shot, and they've managed to water down the aggression here for INTZ, who are now forced to advance on the B site.
Indeed, Stellar opening things up, but Cello answers back quickly with a double kill. Just Stellar now left to defend as Dangle is rotating in. There's a lot of time for INTZ to walk things back should they desire to do so. That's exactly going to be their play. I don't believe... Okay, Dangle will hear it. So he will rotate back. Can they lock things down? Stellar going to have to go for the flank. I think Dangle might just be better served to stay alive, but if he can stop the plant, that would be huge. Good flashbang, though, will keep him at bay. And a pick will enable this round potentially to go the way of Divine.
You were saying it was the 2v1 2 seconds ago, but now it's a 1 versus 1 with 20 seconds left on the clock. And this is really smart here for Shiz, right? He just here's his flank. INTZ now looking for the second player. Stellar peeks out, and instantly he gets decapitated. An INTZ upgrade to 6-0, and Divine not quite enough savings there for a buy, so it will be an eco here for them, or at least a pistol forced by an INTZ. They're looking for the 7-0. Is 7-1 gonna make an appearance here tonight, Boggs?
If it is a 7-1, it's definitely reverse of that infamous World Cup scoreline. We shall see. Could very well be a little bit of revenge. Go into an 8-0. So right now, Divine have had no answer. Even when it seems they have a leg up, they just get shut back down. Riku meeting the SG of SHZ. First pick goes the way of INTZ once again. In that 1v2, great flash was allowed to get the first kill, and then follow up. Great read. But I think INTZ are going to barrel back to A once again. The SMG is nowhere to be found, so just deagles to deal with. They can be akin to a shotgun up close, but if a triple swing comes in, I don't think there's much that Thief can do. However, he steals one headshot, goes back for a second, will stay away for a moment before he is eventually traded out by Cello. Shand walks up through the yellow tarp, and Robbie will be able to answer back, but still a man advantage for INTZ as the Brazilian squad are marching their way once again to round victory. But Robbie swings through a smoke, takes him down one, goes for the second. Yell on the op, has the 1v2. He's got the first, but he does not have the bomb, and he's relegated to an op. And it's going to be a dangler shot that wins the round in the 1v1. Now walks right into the CT.
I mean, he looked cool bunny hopping around, Boggs. I like that at least. But Robbie, he just decimated him with that MP9. That was great work on that A bomb site. Wait, what is that smoke? What the? Oh, that smoke. What? That is nuts.
What did I tell you about these guys?
I'm stealing that insta. They just smoked Ivy all the way from T-spawn. And then they just get free pressure here towards this A site.
A control indeed is Yell now ready to work his way up. Shanda's here as well. The smoke's blocking off any position that Divine can be holding. Stellar with the spray deals a little bit of damage. Not much. As INTZ now have healed Riku up on top of the crates. They'll spot up the head of Yell, win that duel, and wisely fall away for now. SHZ holding for flank. Nobody pushing rotations through CT spawn for the CT side. However, INTZ not needing to force the issue onto A. However, it does seem that they will go for it nonetheless.
Pretty well, but somehow INTZ always have some sort of response, even in scenarios that are seem unfavorable, but maybe not. Stellar finds two, Robbie with the third, and that's a cleaned up for Team Divine. So maybe the Brazil has been averted at 6-2. Right? We got teased though. We got teased by the universe.
We did get teased, but you know, sometimes you can't always have what you want. The meme shall have to wait to strike another day. As Divine have gotten 2 in a row, they've started to chip away at the bank of INTZ, which is now towards the tail end of its buy power. But Robbie going aggressive will be met with nothing but a Kree to the face. Dangle will meet a very similar fate as Shand is looking for the third kill, and he finds it onto Stellar. Shand has single-handedly opened the B site. It doesn't matter that a kill has gone the way of Riku, as it's a free site for INTZ, a double man advantage, and I think a save call has to be made by Divine.
Jesus.
It's a beautiful nade.
That is. It is a great combo there. Bolts holding down the pressure, not really letting them take the faster rotate route. And it's going to be Thief. He's going to have to hold this one back, but Yellow. Oh, that's a wild spray. And he's just going to repeat with the op, and that is Thief eliminated, and INTZ. They move up to 7 rounds. And the money, once again, here for Team Divine is not looking so hot, Boggs.
Indeed, it is not hot. Dangler will go for the op. The rest of the team will buy accordingly around it. A couple SMGs, 2 M4s. INTZ pretty much having free reign of whatever they'd like on this map so far. A couple rounds won by Divine. A couple rounds for INTZ won by clutches or great individual plays. Still, I feel like, holy cow, Bolts. There was some question about Bolts on this roster when he first joined, and that he wasn't fragging up to potential. He's definitely found his stride with his roster now. As of late, Bolts has been one of their highest performers. Dangler on the op. Dangling around a corner. Picking up Cello. 1-for-1 trade in the end of it all, but look at B. Look at the mini-map. You have Shand walking all the way up. There's no defense really here. The bomb should soon be joining him. This pressure placed by Yell over to A should be able to distract. SHZ is there as well. But I think the bomb will end up on B. And it should be just about for free. Thief barely able to escape with his life.
And damn. Nice shot straight to the face. Dandy. But there's exchanges happening all over the map. There are sleeper cells everywhere for INTZ that have shown themselves. The bomb gets planted. Stellar's on site. If he eliminates Boggs fast enough, he actually could derail this round entirely. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a kit nor a smoke. So that's not an option. But he's found the first. Yell misses a shot, but that's not something he can afford to do. SHZ is so far away. Stellar could just stick it right now. There'd be no problems. He's already beginning to be on the bomb. 3 seconds, Boggs. Not sure they have time. And nope, there will not be time. Even then, Robbie's there to close out the round. And that's Divine finding 3 and INTZ. They'll have money in the bank, but they're slowing down here a little bit on the pressure.
Yeah, some great form by Stellar to win that round. Almost single-handedly. Dangler, of course, with the initial pick, but that second kill onto Yell was pretty much what secured the round for Divine. So I don't believe SHZ was in any way close enough to stopping the defuse, even though it was a 10-second ninja. So great work by Stellar. The second shot onto Yell with minimal ammo in the A1S to boot. Shows that he's definitely on form. He's top of the scoreboard. Tied for second in the overall server. And now he's taking down Shan, but SHZ has answered back onto Riku. A side take again from INTZ. It's the standard take from most teams on Vertigo. Stellar on the flank. Just taken down and dealt with. In the meantime, Thief has brought it to a 3v3. It seems that trades keep coming through. But you know what they say, trades favor the T's, and somehow, some way, Divine need to get an advantage if they would like a good chance in this round, not to leave it down to heroics, which has hampered their economy significantly in this overall series so far.
Tapping away. He actually manages to get the dink off. The flashbangs coming out from support from A-Ramp. That's allowing them a lot of space to breathe in here. And even if Jello gets eliminated, which he's not done yet, there's still another player hiding on the wall, and now they're all going to spring together. Robbie finds one. Cello's another shot away from death as well. This is still possible for Robbie. He has a smoke and a defuse, but he is not aware of that gap at all. He had a smoke in hand, Boggs. He had options. He wasn't that pressed on time. He had a kit. He had a smoke.
Yeah, unfortunate for Robbie, maybe feeling a little too much pressure there from INTZ, or thinking that the last player had pushed up farther than it was. So, unfortunate for Robbie. Bit of a mistake there, but in the end, INTZ are able to capitalize on that round victory. And Divine are relegated to pistols, couple deagles, couple P250s. Nothing too fancy. No utility to speak of, not one kit, not even a decoy from Divine. So it should be another mow over for INTZ unless the grass can bite back. Thief will push. Down goes Yell. There's more to do as Thief combines with Riku yet again, taking down SHZ. That's guns to be salvaged from Divine. And now this is the round that INTZ had to be sweating about.
Robbie trying to shine, but unfortunately he can't quite make anything work. Even a single bullet would have gone a long way. And Bolt again in this position. He's been in this position, Buck. He's so confident fighting here. Look at this raw confidence oozing out from Bolt's afro right now. And he still manages to hold it down, decimating the rotations for Divine. And I feel like they could have just chosen a safer read. They could have rotated in a safer way, and they would have maintained their advantage and avoided the disaster that is the headshot angle of Bolts.
I think that also goes down to the fact that Divine don't necessarily play Vertigo all that much, whereas INTZ love this map. So it's a bit of a veto thing with these two teams. The advantage definitely in INTZ's court for this map. Dang, great shot onto the game. Now Stellar's going to answer with another onto Bolts, but Yell will trade still a man advantage sits with Divine. However, can't count INTZ out. We've seen time and again how they've come back and salvaged rounds on the brink of despair. Divine, granted, have done it themselves.
This is such an interesting approach from INTZ, isn't it? It's kind of their own unique playstyle, right? They're applying pressure on the entire map simultaneously. It's almost impossible for Divine to be ahead of what's happening on this map, right? Even me, sometimes I'm scratching my head wondering where this is ending. And I have access to the mini-map, so I can only imagine how lost and confused Divine is. Robbie, though, does eliminate Yell, trying to lurking on about. And Cello with that smoke will give away the intent of his team, but it's actually just a fake. They're rotating back towards the A site.
Great spot to shut down SHZ. Now it's a bomb in the back of Cello. 6 HP to his name. And an A ramp push with both defenders. Actually, never mind. Robbie's going to run away to A. Or to B, rather. Leaving just one defender on A. There's a chance for Cello. Does he clear the angle? Robbie's back. It doesn't matter. Thief will secure the round for Divine. This actually might not end in a terrible half for Divine at this point. A couple more rounds, and it's definitely a solid CT half of Vertigo. INTZ in a bit of a rough buy, too. They picked up whatever they could from the bargain bin. A couple Deagles, a Krieg, and AK on both Bolts and Cello. This is a chance for Divine.
I'm not crazy, but this map is still like incredibly CT-sided, right?
I always thought it was T-sided.
I have to redouble check the stats on this, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but this is 9 rounds for INTZ already. There's room for more. 9-6 would be the most ideal finish if you're Team Divine, and INTZ, of course, are the double digits. In this round, they're grouped up. 4 men towards the A ramp. And look at Dangle and his teammate along with him, Stellar. They're on hot pursuit. I think they might have just gotten spotted, actually. That's the first. But the second one going Dangler's way. That's a man advantage now for Divine as the remaining players for INTZ make their way onto site.
SHZ ready to take out Dangler, does it. Now he's up there to an M4. Man advantage sits with INTZ. The bomb yet to go down. But Yell up close and personal with the hand cannon lands a Kyosa on Riku. And now Thief should soon fall as well as he's been tagged down to 4 HP. And the Opera Yell making it work with the Deagle in hand. And another Kyosa for his tally. Double digits for INTZ. And Divine with a minimal amount of money to buy in for the last round of the first half. 11-4 looking likely for the Brazilian squad.
And look what they have. Look what kind of weapons they have for the final round as well, Boggs. This could very well be the 11-4 here for INTZ, which would be a phenomenal first half on this first map. And Divine, all MP9s except the FAMAS for Dangle. No kits, very little utility, and I think they're looking to just fight down with MP9s here.
All this damage through the smoke, all but taking down Thief and Riku. INTZ doing so much for free, literally just expending rounds at this point. Divine, the pressure is on. The fire is underneath them. First kill goes the way of INTZ. Cello spamming for more. So it will be Yell to pick up the second. Thief is here, as is Robbie. Dangler rotating safely through CT spawn. Robbie up close, sprays one, goes for the second, does not take down Cello. Yell will save his teammate's life. 2v4, make it a 2v3. Dangler gets a second, goes for the third, takes down Bolts. Shant, no bomb, running around, trying to flank. This is turned. The tables have flipped, but the HP is so low.
Yeah, the turns are definitely tabled. And, you look at a MAC-10, you think this is the worst weapon for this scenario, but then you look at the HP for Team Divine with 14 and 13, and this literally is a paper shredder that he needs, considering how paper thin Divine is. Now, Shandy's done a great job. He hears this rotations above him. He knows he's just cleared the site with mind games, but he upgrades to the AK-47. He has full utility here, Boggs. The bomb will get planted.
Shand is a very smart player. He'll use his utility to the fullest, but he'll actually reposition, holding an off angle for the top. Sees the nade come through. Knows that one player's coming in. Spots the leg. Will fall away. Gets the Molotov down. Throws the nade. Thief spamming away. Still alive for now. Shand peeks through the smoke that as it fades. And he will take down Thief with one quick shot to the abdomen. And it will be the 11-4 half for INTZ, thanks to the heroics of Shand. What a phenomenal display INTZ have put on, both individually and team play-wise. Some of the utility they've used, that smoke from T-Spawn all the way to Ivy has been spectacular. And a pistol round win here from INTZ will just about secure the map for them. Give themselves a 1-0 advantage going on to Overpass, a map that they still are very well versed on.
Here we go. Now it's Divine looking to set the pace for us here on the T side, and the pace is fast-paced towards B. It's not really going too well, and Divine has actually gotten themselves a frag. So doing a good job getting forward control. Dango drops the smoke, but he also holds down the kill. And that's a second man advantage now for his team. But Cello, SAZ, they respond back, one from each direction, and Cello's eliminated Stellar now. And it's all down to Riku and Thief.
They're so crisp and clean on these retakes. Riku holding the choke point, spams down 2, but he's 4 HP up against a full HP Cello. Taps the bomb. No kit. Time is of the essence, but Riku walks into Cello, who gets himself 4 headshots. The round win for INTZ.
Oh, okay, right on time. Okay, that was a little close there. No kit. All he needed to do was just buy himself 1 more second on that generator position. And unfortunately, what was a great start for them has instantly been put to a stop. And I wonder if they'll have some confidence coming into these next few rounds. I feel like this buy round right here from Divine is their final attempt at salvaging whatever this game has become. They can't make this round work, Boggs. It's going to be a disaster from here on out. It's their final stand.
It is their last stand, but right in that last round, they played the Cello's fiddle. SHZ and Yell getting 1, make it 2 and 3. Double man advantage. Riku on 3 HP. Bomb falls at the feet of SHZ. That's the round done for Divine, unless Robbie has some miraculous plays ahead of us. And not just the round. As he said, this was that one chance to really salvage this game. But now, it seems Divine will have to hedge their bets onto Overpass because there's nothing really they can do here. Robbie, he had his chance, but it's dealt with quite quickly. And that should spell doom for Divine here.
Yeah, the lack of bomb plan really hurts here too. INTZ should have a pretty clear sight on this 14 for sure. It's just CZs. Only Robbie and Stellar have any armor. Once again, behind the sandbag. He loves this position. He is so comfortable fighting. And that evade just destroyed Divine.
Bolt adds a second, getting aggressive. A third has fallen for Divine, as have their chances of winning this map. Of course, Overpass is up next, and historically, Stellar rosters have had great track records on Overpass, but the way that INTZ is playing both individually and as a team makes me wonder whether or not Divine can even stand up to INTZ's Overpass. That's another map that INTZ are quite good on. Shandy on the sidearm takes down Stellar in the end. 14-4. Last ditch buy from Divine. A bomb plant would get them a buy at 15-4, but 15-4 far removed from any reasonable comeback expectations.
Yeah, and this is still like a bonus round for INTZ, right? They still have the MP9, they have Galil they picked up. They have more T-side weapons and CT-side weapons. But at least Steve's got the opening frag, so maybe Team Divine has some left after all. And their Dangler follows up with his own. That's a lot of map control gained. One towards ladder, the other one towards the B site.
This is the chance for Divine. A chance to bring things back. That's a great shot from Robbie. I think he spotted the head of Bolts. He gets the kill. Now it's down to Cello. 1v5. 2 players are low, but the bomb has gone down. They have no idea where he is. Now they do, but not before Cello gets 2 headshots, and he's still on the prowl for more. Riku, though, is here. He's making all the noise, but he's able to salvage the kill. And Divine will strike back with a 5th. The buy, however, from INTZ will be another strong one, as they had enough bank built up to have full rifles and an op in this round. Plenty of utility, 2 kits across the board. Divine have another one. But I still can't help but feel that INTZ have this one under control.
Yo. shot. He had a barely of a slip there to hit that shot. Look at the nade follow-up as well. It seems like Divine can't catch a break. They didn't lose a casualty, but they instantly take some damage afterwards. Now, this is a solid response. Bolts has finally been removed from his home behind the sandbags.
That's a critical part of the INTZ defense removed out of the picture. But Shand answers back. Thief is down. Man advantage back to INTZ. Not for long, however, as Stellar takes out SHZ. Now there's a bit of A control. However, the bomb is back towards F-Halls. And not much doing for Divine right now, especially now that Cello has taken out Dangler. Shand on the edge could spot out Riku very quickly, especially after he hears the drop. It's a free kill for Shand. And Stellar, don't think there's anything he can do in this scenario.
Hold that thought. He's taking out the op at least, but does he expect Cello to go left? He does, but unfortunately does not have enough health points to secure the duel. And it is INTZ with map points at 15-5. 10 attempts, Boggs. That regulation win here for INTZ in a row.
We all know what Taco said about 15-5. I think INTZ would love to give Divine a taste of that medicine. Shand shutting it down early on. Goes for the third, takes down a third, a fourth, and going for the ace now on the USP. Will get it to finish off the first half. What a display from INTZ overall. Shandy finishing things off with a brilliant ace on the SG and the USP. INTZ 16-5 on Vertigo. Here's to Mirage, because Divine need to get rid of that map quickly.
Yeah, actually, the second map is Overpass.
That one. That's what I was thinking.
But
that's what I...
This is actually kind of scary because I feel like both of these teams' maps overlap quite a bit, but I still feel like INTZ is just a little bit more well-versed on these maps that they overlap on. So I guess that doesn't really work favorably for Divine. And not only that, but they are using a stand-in. Curry is a no-show for the match. And how it goes. Right now, it's INTZ on a huge tear. But this is only the first map. This is a best-of-3 box. There's still chances here for Divine to answer back on Overpass, their map pick. Let's see how that unfolds in only a few more minutes. Before we go on break, please follow this man. His ad's down here below. And of course, follow Winners League on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Everywhere you're on, we are there too. And we're looking to give away some skins and some SSDs, 1 terabytes. So make sure to follow on our socials to learn how to get a hold of these. But for now, we will cut to a quick break. And we'll be back soon with some more action for you. So stay here.